NFL fans, here are my picks for this week's NFL games. First up, we have Dallas at Chicago. The Bears have won 3 of their last 4, all against teams with losing records, whereas the Cowboys have dropped 3 out of their last 4 to above 500 teams. Plus, the game is in Chicago, so I'll take the Bears. Cincinnati at Cleveland. Will the Browns take the Bengals lightly like the Jets did last week? No. There's just way too much at stake. The playoffs, their pride, and having to deal with their obnoxious fans. I'll take Cleveland. San Francisco at New Orleans. The 49ers have the NFL's top defense and 6th best offense, whereas the Saints just haven't been the same since Breeze came back and they made Murray the forgotten man. I'll take New Orleans, but only because they're at home. Miami at the New York Jets. Both teams have made positive strides of late, yet the Finns rank 3rd worst in offense and defense, whereas the Jets rank next to last in offense, but 6th best in overall defense, including 1st versus the run. I'll take hosting New York, New York. Indianapolis at Tampa Bay. The Colts have dropped 4 of their last 5. The Buccaneers have won 3 of their last 4, albeit against below 500 teams. Indy will try to slow down Tampa's 4th-ranked pass attack by grinding it out, but that alone won't hold but so much water. I'll take the Bucs. Washington at Green Bay. The Skins won 2 in a row, yet rank last in scoring, total yards, and passing yards. The Packers have floundered lately, but the fact remains that Washington is just too undermanned to handle the likes of Rodgers, Jones, and Adams. I'll take Green Bay. Carolina at Atlanta. No pass protection here. Whichever team can get to the other quarterback the most will create turnovers and opportunities for the respective offenses. The Falcons have lost 5 straight at home, so I'll take the Panthers. Detroit at Minnesota. As average as the Vikings' defense is, they aren't nearly as bad as the Lions, who can't stop the run, nor can they prevent their opponents from converting on 3rd downs. I'll take Minnesota. Baltimore at Buffalo. Both teams' running games pulverize their opponents into submission, but Baltimore's front 7 is far more stingy stopping the run than the Bills are. I'll take the Super Bowl-bound Ravens in a tight one. Denver at Houston. The Texans are 5-1 at home. However, 4 of those 5 wins were by a combined 13 points, including their last 3 by an average of just 4 points per game. Still, no worries. The Broncos are 1-5 on the road, including 3 straight losses, so I'll take Houston. LA Chargers at Jacksonville. With Gordon and Eckler, there's no excuse for the Chargers' running game to rank 6th worst. Too much emphasis passing the ball, which has led to too many sacks, too many picks, and too many opportunities squandered. I'll take the Jags. Tennessee at Oakland. This time 2 weeks ago, it looked as though the Raiders were well on their way to the playoffs. Since then, they've been outscored 74-12, all because they can't stop opposing receivers, nor can Carr keep from coughing up the ball. I'll take the Titans. Kansas City at New England. The Chiefs are back to their winning ways, whereas the Patriots have looked far less superhuman. But make no mistake about it, the Patriots are still as dangerous as they ever were, plus they're at home, so I'll take the Brady Bunch. Pittsburgh at Arizona. The Cardinals' defensive backs have taken "'tis the season for giving" way too seriously, as they've given up a league-high 31 touchdown receptions to their opponents. Against Steeler wideouts Washington and Smith-Schuster, that's not a good thing. I'll take the Pits. Seattle at the LA Rams. The Rams do a good job of slapping around the league's weaker teams, but against more powerful opponents, LA gets a heavy dose of their own medicine. I'll take the Seahawks. And finally, the New York Giants at Philadelphia. The Eagles have become the poster children of wishy-washiness. Just 3 weeks ago, they looked like they ironed out all the wrinkles, but have since dropped 3 in a row, including last week's debacle to the Dolphins. I'll take the G-Men to upset.
Hi folks, I'm Mike Britt, inviting you to join us at Poe's Pub, located at 2706 East Main Street for Richmond's best burgers and ribs, including the Goose's favorite, the Commonwealth Burger. Check out our weekly events, full menu, and more by visiting our website at poespub.com or call 804-648-2120. That's 648-2120.
Since 1985, Richmond Recycling has been one of Mid-Atlantic's premier recycling centers. One of the reasons for their success is they pay top dollar for your scrap metals, batteries, converters, appliances, and electric motors. Richmond Recycling is doing their part to preserve our resources by their collection services and by bringing public awareness. So, fill up that pickup truck and head on over to Richmond Recycling. They're located at 2500 Decatur Street, just minutes from Interstate 64 and 95. Or you can give them a call at 804-230-9221 or visit the website at richmondrecyclingvirginia.com.
It's here, the International Fantasy Football League playoffs. 6 of the league's 12 teams have earned the right to advance into the second season and vie for the World Championship of Fantasy Football. For the 6 teams that did not make the cut, it will be 39 long, grueling weeks before they will have the opportunity to redeem themselves. Canada's #1 undefeated 2-time world champions Remus Island and China's #2 Jamin have earned the top 2 seeds and will enjoy a much-deserved week off. In the first of this week's 2 playoff games, we have China's #3 seeded Shanghai Wang hosting the USA's 6th seeded Mighty Cyclones. Shanghai Wang won their second straight Fire and Ice Division title by winning their final 2 games. In those 2 victories, they scored a combined 305 points and piled up 16 receiving touchdowns. However, Shanghai Wang lacks a top 10 running back, and that could present some serious issues moving forward. Last season, they faced the very same dilemma that prevented them from winning it all. Despite losing 3 of their last 4 games, the Mighty Cyclones still managed to make the postseason in lieu of head-to-head matchups. Where Shanghai Wang lacks any top 10 running backs, the Mighty Cyclones have no top 20 receiver. What they do have is a stable full of quality running backs, tight ends, and 2 top 10 quarterbacks in Cousins and Mahomes. This week's second playoff game features the UK's 5th-ranked Men of Steel squaring off against the #4 seeded Russian Hackers. The Men of Steel won 5 straight games to close out the regular season, and they did so in the legs of McCaffrey and Carson and a sure-handed Ertz in Washington, along with a strong Steel Curtain defense. Notwithstanding, the Men of Steel have no top 20 receiver, nor do they possess a top 10 quarterback. The Russian hackers avoided a Chernobyl-esque meltdown after losing 4 straight before winning their season finale. Where they lack any consistent running back, the Russian hackers are stacked to the hilt at the wide receiver position, including Evans, Kupp, and Galladay, who each ranked among the NFL's 10 best. In addition, they have the number 2 quarterback in Russell Wilson. That's the skinny on this week's wildcard round of the IFFL's 2019 playoffs. I wish you much success with your fantasy football team. But before we close out, just a quick reminder that you can keep up with the International Fantasy Football League, including rosters and stats, simply by going to my profile pages on LinkedIn and Facebook. Type in keywords Brian Slack, NFL Media Member.
Every time you hear this sound, you know EMS and law enforcement are at work saving lives and keeping our community safe. Southern Police Equipment is doing their part by supplying civil and city servants with the latest in protective clothing, footwear, gear, and accessories. For more information, stop on by Southern Police Equipment, located at 7609 Midlothian Turnpike, or give them a call at 1-800-542-5243. You can also order by catalog by logging on to southernpoliceequipment.com.